At Comey, prison time. Trump catches former FBI boss red-handed in sting operation, by Rebecca DeCirio, Politics US News for MadWorldNews.com. President Donald Trump isn't just draining the swamp, he's making swamp creatures pay for their crimes. And he has set his sights on former FBI Director James Comey, who was fired last year and has recently been taunting the president on Twitter. Comey just got caught red-handed in a secret sting operation, and the potential charges will result in the former FBI boss going to prison for a long time. I can't wait to see it. James Comey has been hiding out in his Virginia home, tweeting taunts at President Donald Trump over the last several days. Conservative pundits and Trump supporters have been warning Comey that he has the right to remain silent. That was, I think, Sean Hannity said that to him. But Comey's arrogance knows no bounds, and now his crimes have all caught up to him. At this point, he'll be lucky to spend the rest of his life in prison. President Trump has been keeping an eye on Comey, as has the Inspector General Michael Horowitz, who launched a year-long probe into Hillary Clinton email scandal and the so-called Trump-Russia collusion case. Now we are happy to report Comey is busted big time. Let's start with the Hillary email scandal. The important issue at stake in that case was how Comey let Hillary off the hook. Remember, Comey declared Hillary had not committed any felonies when Loretta Lynch was caught with Bill Clinton on the tarmac. She said she would abide by whatever the FBI ruled, and Comey ruled Clinton had been extremely careless in her handling of classified information. Except there were earlier drafts found that had Hillary guilty of a felony, stating she acted grossly negligent, reports The Hill. We now know Trump-hating FBI agent Peter Strzok helped Comey change the wording, making sure Hillary was cleared. Now, credible insider report IG Horowitz will be charging Comey with obstruction of justice for changing the wording and lying under oath. The Hill also reports that documents now in the congressional record proves Comey and Strzok drafted Hillary's exoneration before they even interviewed her in the email scandal in the video below. Comey lied under oath when Representative John Ratcliffe asked Mr. Director, did you make the decision to not recommend criminal charges for Clinton's email scandal before or after Hillary Clinton was interviewed by the FBI on July the 2nd? And Comey answered, after. This is a 3-hour something clip, 3.5 hours or something. Representative Ratcliffe set the trap for crooked Comey. Yeah, it's true. The Texas representative had the source documents that James Comey and Peter Strzok had conspired to let Hillary Clinton off. But Comey thought there was no paper trail. But that's not all. Comey moved from letting Hillary get away with multiple felonies to heading up the FBI cabal, who then turned their attentions to setting up Donald Trump with the fake Russian collusion narrative. Their plan was to discredit Trump, hoping he would lose the election. When that didn't happen, they continued their fake investigation, manufacturing phony evidence like the Steele dossier, also known as the Trump-Russia dossier, in hopes of getting Trump impeached. After President Trump fired Comey, the arrogant former FBI director hatched a plan to get a special counsel appointed to take out Trump. Comey was the key player who approved the fake Steele dossier as evidence to be used in the FISA warrants. Senator Chuck Grassley of the Senate Intel Committee questioned Comey and caught him red-handed lying under oath about using the fake dossier as evidence. Grassley already had the intel that the FBI under Comey had been illegally colluding with Fusion GPS and the Clinton campaign to manufacture the fake dossier. It was a joint project. However, Comey had no idea Grassley knew this. The FISA court should have been briefed on where the fake dossier came from, but instead Comey and his cabal represented the dossier as a product put together solely by FBI agents to the FISA judge. So, Grassley asked Comey under oath, it is vital to know whether or not sources, meaning Christopher Steele, Fusion GPS, were paid by the Clinton campaign or FBI to evaluate their credibility. And if they had paid, doesn't that information need to be disclosed to the FISA court? If you're relying on that information and seeking approval for investigative authority FISA warrant, Comey answered, I think in general, yes. I think it's vital to know. Watch Comey squirming as he answers in the video below. Well, that's another 8-minute clip, but you know, you gotta admit, we've seen this, but it's hilarious. This is a bombshell. James Comey never thought he and his cabal would be caught. As the Nunes memo says, neither the initial FISA application in October of 2016 nor any of the renewals disclose or reference the role of the DNC Clinton campaign or any party/campaign in funding Steele's efforts, even though the political origins of the Steele dossier were then known to senior DOJ Lynch and FBI Comey officials. It adds, the FISA warrant application does not mention Steele was ultimately working on behalf of and paid by the DNC and Clinton campaign, or that the FBI had separately authorized payment to Steele for the sample information. James Comey never thought Donald Trump would outsmart him. There's no doubt all that information came from the IG's secret investigation that has been ongoing for over a year, and it will be made public in the next few weeks. Comey, wasting his time, is still tweeting insane comments and getting wrecked by patriotic Americans. Jim, you are a lawman? It shows how you used a fake dossier to obtain a FISA warrant to perform surveillance on regular Americans. It shows how crooked you are. You are a criminal, accused of treason, sedition, just to name a few things. You will be prosecuted, tweeted Politics. Yep. The truth has been hard forth to come out by a few good men left in the FBI and DOJ. We don't know their names, but they came forward to inform on James Comey and his cabal, letting President Donald Trump and Inspector General Michael Horowitz know of the treasonous activities going on the 7th floor of the FBI building. Yeah, that's the cabal up there on the 7th floor. We Americans are grateful for their courage, yes, and to stand up and make sure our country is free from the high-level rats who are now scurrying for the cover of darkness. James Comey's ego is massive. He is too arrogant to scurry, but so be it. We will all love to see his perp walk on live TV in the near future and add Hillary Clinton and Obama and James Clapper and John Brennan to the list, because they see, the whole thing is they want to destroy America. They want to put in, they have the Muslim Brotherhood hacks. That's what they're doing now. Not now, I mean, it's been going on, but a lot of the American people are too busy working to actually know a lot of this information that's going on and what's really taking place in our country. And that's what the deep state is. Let's see if we can hear that question there. But
here's one you ought to be able to answer. Is it vital to know whether or not sources have been paid in order to evaluate their credibility And if they have been paid, doesn't that information need to be disclosed if you're relying on that information in seeking approval for investigative authority?
I think in general, yes. I think it is vital to know.
The FBI and the Justice Department have provided me material and inconsistent answers in closed settings about its reported relationship with Mr. Steele. Will you commit to fully answering the questions from my March 6th and April 28th letter and providing all requested documents so that we can resolve those inconsistencies?
Oh, well, that's nice. It just, it just conked out. Hold on a second, folks. Sorry. Let me just move it back a little bit. Sorry. But he did say yes, that unbelievable.
Giving you all the information you need to address just that challenge.
Consistencies, even if in a closed session being necessary.
Because as I sit here, I don't know all the questions that are in the letters. I don't want to answer that specifically, but I commit to you to giving you all the information you need to address just that challenge, because I don't believe there's any inconsistency. I think there's a misunderstanding, but in a classified setting, I'll give you what you need.
Okay. Well, I hope to show you those inconsistencies.
Now, and I think I know what where the confusion is, but I think in a classified setting, we can straighten it out.
Question, next question.
Yeah.
According to a complaint filed with the Justice Department, the company that oversaw Dossier's creation was also working with a former Russian intelligence operative on a pro-Russian lobbying project. At the same time, the company Fusion GPS allegedly failed to register as a foreign agent for its work to undermine the Magnitsky Act, which is a law that lets the president punish Russian officials who violate human rights. Before I sent you a letter about this, were you aware of the complaint against Fusion was acting as an unregistered agent for Russian interest?
It's not a question I can answer in this forum.
Really?
You can't answer that.
No, I can't.
He's going to jail. Let's just put it that way. You see, I can't answer that now. In other words, because your whole cover would be thrown out, and Mueller's cover. Do you see what I'm saying? What a crock. Anyway, I apologize for the sound, but you get the gist. I can't wait to see him on live television in cuffs, and it'll be broadcasted. And even CNN won't have a chance not to cover it, and along with Hillary and Obama. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below, and again, thank you so much for watching.